What is up, YouTube? It's your boy, the Basketball Insider here, and welcome back to another breakdown video. In this one, we will break down the 2010s and how it is a decade to remember. So yeah, this will definitely be a long video, so I'm gonna start right now. But first of all, please subscribe to send a again our Shoutout Winner on this video. So yeah, let's get into it. Peace.
I really don't know why, but you've been on my mind. You call me the bad guy because you hate what I become. Ooh, I glow up like the sun. You play that like a rerun. I know you hate what I become. You can say what you want, but take a look at what I've done. You play that like a rerun. I know you hate what I become.
The first season of the decade was highlighted by LeBron's MVP season and Kobe's last championship run. On that particular season, LeBron averaged 29.7 points, 8.6 assists, and 7.3 total rebounds per game. On the other hand, a young Kevin Durant won the scoring championship by averaging 30.1 points per game. The playoff seedings were pretty stacked, especially in the West, where the 8th-seeded team were a 50-win team, which is the Oklahoma City Thunder. On the other hand, though, the Cleveland Cavaliers were the best team in the NBA with a 51-21 record, and the 8th seed being the Chicago Bulls with a 50% winning percentage. In the playoffs, though, the Celtics proven that their 4th seeding in the playoffs were nothing, yet they made the NBA Finals and faced the hungry Los Angeles Lakers. In a close 7-game series, the Los Angeles Lakers closed out the Boston Celtics in the 2010 NBA Finals. Then Kobe won his 5th and final championship ring. In this series, Kobe won the NBA Finals MVP award, but what happened next was unexpected.
The answer to the question everybody wants to know. LeBron, what's your decision?
In this fall, man, this is very tough. In this fall, I'm going to take my talents to South Beach and join the Miami Heat.
Yes, you heard me right. The most recent MVP just formed a big three in South Beach in Miami Heat. This was the biggest surprise of all time, and after this decision by LeBron, he was considered as the villain of the NBA. But boy, they didn't know what would come next. So yeah, let's get into the next season. The 2010-11 NBA season is one of, if not the most insane NBA seasons of all time. In that season, we saw Derrick Rose win the MVP, being the youngest one in NBA history, while averaging 25 points, 7 assists, while shooting 41% from the field. And on that note, people thinks that he didn't deserve the 2010-11 NBA MVP season award, but that case is in for another video. We also saw the up-and-coming Oklahoma City Thunder beat the defending champions Los Angeles Lakers in the conference semifinals in the 2011 We also saw the 3rd-seeded Dallas Mavericks defeat the newly assembled Big Three of Miami Heat in 6 games, with Dirk Nowitzki winning Finals MVP. Yet this might be a pretty short explanation for the 2010-11 season, but a lot has happened in that one, and I'm reserving some of the biggest stories on that season for, once again, another video. But yeah, up to the 2011 to 12 season. And the 2011-12 season was dominated by the Miami Heat after they finally figured out how to play with each other, with LeBron James leading the way and winning the NBA MVP award. They won the NBA championship in 5 games against the young and up-and-coming Oklahoma City Thunder. More on that in the 2016 off season. But yeah, this the season started out with a lockout after the NBA Players Association failed to make um, good terms. So, if in case you're wondering on why there are no rookies in NBA 2K12, well, that's the reason. Simply because that there's a lockout. And yeah, I once again, this is a pretty short explanation, just simply because there is nothing really special in the 2011 to 12 season. It's just, I don't know, but yeah. And also the Celtics, as you see in this clip, is back in glory in the Eastern Conference Finals. The first in Miami Heat in 7 games. I just wanted to point that out, but yeah, up to the next one. Oh guys, I know it's not the end of the video yet, but I just wanted to remind y'all I'm planning to make some reaction videos in this channel as well as some gaming videos. Please let me know if you guys want that in that channel or should I just stick to this kind of content. But yeah, we're now at 292 subscribers, and as y'all guys know, we're trying to reach that before the start of the 2019 to 20 season. So yeah, back to the video. The 2012 off-season shaped what the 2013 season will be. Dwight Howard got traded to the Lakers, even though that didn't turn out as planned. It was a big one. But going to the next one, LeBron almost won unanimous MVP. Was one vote away from winning unanimous MVP in that particular season. And on that note, LeBron averaged 26.8 points, 7.3 assists, and 8 rebounds per game in 76 ball games out of 82 in that one. Even though the numbers were not insane, LeBron's productivity on the floor led him to winning the Most Valuable Player award. So yeah, that was pretty weird. And also, San Antonio Spurs retooled the roster to compete in the NBA championship, and they even forced the strong Miami Heat into a 7-game series in 2013 NBA Finals. LeBron and the Heat wind up winning that NBA championship by Ray Allen's corner 3-point shot that saved the Heat in Game 6. So yeah, this season was one of the coolest, one of the most thrillest. So yeah, I wish I could explain longer about this season, but yeah. So yeah, this season was pretty disappointing for me, especially for me as a Laker fan, since Dwight Howard failed to product in this particular season. Plot twist, he's now a Laker. But yeah, up to the next one. The 2014 season is just basically the 2013 season, just with a twist. Now, the Lakers didn't make the playoffs in this one as they finished with a low seed. The Spurs in the Heat meet against in the finals, but hear me out. Young Kawhi Leonard dominated a LeBron James in his prime. Now, this season is particularly known as the last season of LeBron with the Miami Heat. But people doesn't remember rather that this was a season dominated by the Heat in the regular season, but they failed to produce in the NBA Finals because of the Finals MVP of that year, Kawhi Leonard. Now, as we all know, that was also the season where the San Antonio Spurs dominated the Miami Heat and where we saw Kawhi's potential. Now, there were also some big acquisitions in that off season. Now, Dwight Howard teamed up with James Harden in Houston, but yet they failed to make it past the first round just because of Dame Dollar's buzzer beater that we all know what happened to that. Now, on this season, we also saw the Miami Heat become more of a one-man team since we saw how Dwayne Wade and Chris Bosh progressed, while LeBron James, on the other hand, dominated the NBA. Now, the next season was a beginning of a new era, a beginning of a new dynasty, nevertheless. So yeah, let's get to the 2014 and 15 season because I'm pretty excited to talk about that since a lot has changed in that year. In the 2015 season, we saw a historical season because there's where the NBA started to transition and adapt to a more three-point shooting league. Now, we also saw the Cleveland Cavaliers and Golden State Warriors rivalry start. Now, how did that begin? First of all, let's look at the off season. We witnessed one of the biggest surprises in NBA free agency history with LeBron re-signing back with Cleveland after his 4-year stint with the Miami Heat. Now, his first year was pretty successful. Now, with the system of David Blatt, in the first half of the season, they weren't really winning. But when they made a trade with J.R. Smith and Iman Shumpert, they improved a bit. Now, we also saw the first MVP season of Stephen Curry on this one. He led the Golden State Warriors in 67 wins and led them to the NBA Championship. Now, I'm saying that this season is historical because this is where Stephen Curry started doing his things. Now, if this season was discounted, now the NBA isn't what it is today. So props to Stephen Curry for that one. Now, I'm excited for the next season because, for my opinion, this is the best one in NBA history, straight up. So here is the 2016 season. Now, the 2016 finals the 2016 NBA season rather, doesn't need much explaining. I literally got an 18-minute video explaining on how it is the greatest season in NBA history. Y'all must check that out so that I can convince you on what 2016 was the best season in NBA history. So yeah, but 2016 it really means to me, bro. So yeah, after the 2016-17 season, which is very special for me since that was the first full season that I watched as an NBA fan. So yeah, let's get it. Now, the 2016 to 17 season was, to be honest, the first season I've watched as an NBA fan. Now, I was at a pretty young age. If you all don't know, I was born in 2007, and I was more of a Philippine basketball. I love Philippine basketball more than NBA basketball before. But now that since this season, I have been obsessed with the NBA and all of its belongings. So yeah, so that's why this season is very special to me, because this is the first one I've watched as an NBA fan. Now, let's recap the off season. The off season of this one, if not, is one of the greatest ones in NBA history. We saw Kevin Durant be a snake and sign with the Golden State Warriors, 4-4 to the Celtics, and the list goes on and on. Now, this season, I don't know, bro. This season is one of those that you can tell if it's good or not, since this season is definitely dominated by the Warriors. But on the other hand, there's a lot of storylines dedicated to this season. We saw Devin Booker score 70 points, as you see on the screen right now. We also saw IT, who proved that size doesn't matter in the world of basketball, and averaged 29 points per game. Um, there's a lot of things that happen, but on the other hand, the Golden State Warriors won 67 games in this one and defeated almost every team in the NBA. Now, I don't know, bro. We saw this video that he explained this very flawlessly. So that's why I'm just gonna leave that in the description down below, the video that says ranking the best seasons in the NBA 2010s or something like that. Yeah, when you see the 2017 NBA season, right there, he did a great job on explaining on why this was a great season and definitely one of the best in this decade. So yeah, you must check that out. And now up to the 2017 to 18 season. But I gotta admit, that's a pretty boring one. Let's get into it. Now, 2017 to 18 season is where I started to become a real diehard fan of the NBA. You know what I mean, bro? When this is the time when I researched everything about the NBA. As much as possible, I always watch NBA games, and if I miss one, especially the Lakers games, because as you all guys know, I'm a Lakers fan. Uh, Sometimes I become so sad. So yeah, 2017 to 18 season was a very big one. Once again, the 2017 off season was a really big one. We saw Chris Paul join James Harden to the Houston Rockets, form a duo out there that led them to win 65 games, but they eventually lost to the Golden State Warriors in 7 games, which is, to be honest, is very impressive, since the Golden State Warriors still have their big four on that one. We also saw Jimmy Butler move to the Minnesota Timberwolves, even though they were already 8 seed. Just right before Jimmy's injury, they were like the 4th or 5 seed or something like that. So yeah, we also saw one of the best, I mean, the best MVP campaigns of all time in James Harden, averaging over 30 points and leading the Houston Rockets to a 65-win team. So yeah, excuse me. This season was a really big one, and this was an unforgettable one for me. But yeah, the NBA Finals of this one, but that was the most boring one in NBA history. I remember watching only 2 games of that series because that was really boring. We already know that the Warriors were gonna win anyways. In fact, I didn't even watch Game 4 of that series. I don't know why, but yeah, up to the last season of the 2010 to 2018 to 19 season. There you go. First of all, I want to thank 2010 for giving us some of the finest memories of our childhood, or some even the finest memories in NBA history. Now, it's hard to believe that 2010s is about to end. When I first saw Dom 2K's video, the 10 storylines coming up into the 2020s, in my mind I was like, why is Dom talking about the 2020s already? But then I realized 2019 is about to end, which means the 2020s is about to come in. So yeah, I was very stunned when I realized that. So yeah, once again, thank you for the 2010s. That decade gave me my childhood. So yeah, I hope that this YouTube channel will be successful in future coming, especially in the 2020s. But yeah, up to the 2018 to 19 season. Peace! Now, we're finally here. The end of the 2010s era, the 2018 to 19 NBA regulars and post season. Now, there were some big acquisitions in the 2018 offseason, obviously one of it being LeBron joining the Los Angeles Lakers. Now, I don't know, bro. For me, it's just hard to believe that we're about to enter the 2020s, because LeBron is still one of the best players in the NBA today. Like, bro, this dude legit doesn't age. But yeah, 2018 to 19 season was a very big one. We saw the Toronto Raptors win their first ever NBA championship rather, and but we also saw DeMarcus um, enter his curse, where he started to be unlucky. And most importantly, we experienced a great ending for the year. I mean, for the decade of 2010s, especially on excuse me, especially considering how great the 2010s was. So, yeah, for my opinion, um, the ending for this decade cannot be replaced, because this, for my opinion, is the best way to do it. So yeah, as you can move on, that it's hard to believe. I suggest it. But yeah, that's it. That's just 2010. So yeah, make sure to like the video in case you like this. Comment your thoughts in the comment section down below. Share this video with others, and I'm see you in the next one. Peace. So basically, theoretically, your childhood is about to die, and we're entering a new generation with a banger. Now I gotta speak faster because my brother is not playing Fortnite. so here you go. See, I don't know how to answer this one, but I know for a fact that the 2020s is about to be one of the best in NBA history, especially considering the fact that we have Zion now as the heir to LeBron's throne. So yeah, as y'all guys know, my brother's playing Fortnite now, so I gotta go. Peace. I'm gonna see you in the next one. And by the way, the next breaking news video will probably come out tonight, 7 p.m. 7 a.m. Eastern. So yeah, I don't know how to outro again. So yeah, I'm gonna see you in the next one. Peace.
Tell me pretty lies, look me in the face. Tell me that you love me, even if it's fake. Cause I don't fucking care. You can fuck with me if you wanted to. These expensive, these is red bottoms, these is bloody.